Cardi B delivered an impassioned address on Friday night, November 1st, at the Wisconsin State Fair Park Exposition Center in West Allis, Wisconsin, where she rallied in support of Vice President Kamala Harris and addressed a crowd eager to hear her thoughts on pressing issues facing America today. Known for her candid style, the Grammy-winning rapper didn't just endorse Harris, she used the platform to raise awareness about the challenges faced by women, minorities, and working-class communities, as well as to express her deep concerns about the policies of Republican candidate Donald Trump. Cardi's speech blended personal anecdotes, social commentary, and calls to action, making it clear that her support for Harris stems from shared values and a belief in lifting up those who have been marginalized or dismissed. From the start, Cardi made it clear that Kamala Harris isn't just another politician to her, she's a role model and a fighter for women's rights. Kamala is out here fighting for women, just like I am. Cardi began drawing parallels between their experiences as women who have had to battle through obstacles and prejudices. She praised Harris for standing up for women's rights and expressed admiration for her persistence in the face of adversity, noting that she, too, knows what it's like to be doubted and underestimated. Cardi shared that throughout her career, her success has often been met with skepticism and judgment, with people trying to diminish her achievements by claiming they stem from her looks or by concocting rumors. Women have to work 10 times harder and perform 10 times better, Cardi declared. And still our success comes with excuses. People say, oh, it's because she's pretty, or they'll make up a story that she slept her way to the top. Her words struck a nerve as she went on to express her anger over the double standards women face in both public and professional life. She remarked on the disgusting attacks Harris has faced, linking them to her own experiences with criticism and marginalization. Yet rather than discouraging her, Cardi said these attacks have strengthened her resolve. I see the disgusting attacks Kamala faces, and it's not just angering, it's motivating, she told the audience, her voice filled with conviction. I'm here to do something about it, not just talk about it. Turning her attention to Donald Trump, Cardi delivered a pointed critique of his policies on women's rights, coining a new nickname for him, Donnie Dump, to underscore her dissatisfaction. Donnie Dump, if your definition of protection is making sure our daughters have fewer rights than their mothers, then I don't want it, she asserted, emphasizing her frustration with Trump's approach to women's autonomy and reproductive rights. Cardi referenced a recent comment in which Trump claimed he would protect women whether they like it or not. And she firmly countered his statement, saying, protection for women isn't telling them what to do with their bodies. It's supporting them and giving them the care they need for what they choose to do with their bodies. Cardi's words were met with applause as she stressed that real empowerment for women involves trust and support, not control. After the rally, Cardi took to Twitter to address some of the backlash she'd received for speaking at the event. She clarified that her participation was unpaid and fueled solely by her desire to make a difference. In a tweet, she explained, I did not get paid $1 for this. I've actually been talking about these topics for the past couple of years for free on all my platforms. Before I was a celebrity, I was a product of poverty for 24 years. So you're not going to tell me what I want to see in my community. Cardi drew on her own experiences growing up in poverty, pointing out that her advocacy isn't a recent development, it's deeply personal, and she understands the struggles of underprivileged communities because she has lived through them. Cardi also turned a critical eye toward Trump's business practices, accusing him of exploiting his supporters through his branded merchandise. Referring to items like Trump's $500 sneakers, $60 Bibles, and $100,000 watches, she criticized what she described as an exploitation of Americans' hard-earned money. We all know Trump was a hustler. She said, but hustling women out of the rights to their own body is nasty work. Hustling Americans out of their hard-earned money by selling $500 Trump sneakers, $60 Trump Bibles, and $100,000 Trump watches is even nastier. Cardi's critique resonated with the crowd as she painted a picture of what she believes is a scheme that prioritizes profit over people. She warned the audience to stay alert to these tactics, reminding them that these gimmicks serve to distract from the lack of substantial policies and plans that would truly benefit Americans. In a further rebuke, Cardi addressed the perceived absence of a concrete healthcare plan from the Trump administration, stating, Donald Trump talks about how he has concepts of a plan, but the only concept of a plan he has is a plan to hustle you. Her words were pointed as she argued that what Trump calls concepts are vague and insubstantial, lacking any real steps to address pressing issues like healthcare access and maternal health. Cardi highlighted the critical need for leadership that prioritizes the welfare of all citizens, especially those who have been historically overlooked or disadvantaged. Cardi's address wasn't merely a speech, it was a rallying cry that underscored her commitment to driving change and empowering her community. She reminded the crowd that just like Harris, she's been dismissed, doubted, and criticized, yet she's determined to prove her worth and to lift up others along the way. Her message was clear: she stands for justice, equality, and progress, and she won't be deterred by critics who try to silence her. As the rally concluded, Cardi left her audience with a final thought. Just like Kamala Harris, I have been the underdog, and I have been underestimated. My success has always been discredited, but I'm here to show that women are strong, we're smart, and we're ready to make a change. Her words carried weight, reminding those in attendance and her followers online that every voice matters, and that speaking out is the first step toward building a future that works for everyone. Cardi's speech may have ended, but her message of resilience, empowerment, and community solidarity continues to echo, inspiring her fans to stay informed, engaged, and ready to stand up for what they believe in. Whether on Twitter, in interviews, or at rallies, Cardi is more than a celebrity. She's an advocate determined to make a difference.